Peace be upon you all, and may God's mercy and blessings be with you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you're watching from. May God bless you and your family. And thank you for joining us for another real-life maritime operation from the busy waters of Cilacap, Indonesia. At first glance, this morning looked absolutely beautiful. The sun was shining, the sky was clear, and visibility was excellent. But out on the water, the story was completely different. Powerful swells rolled into the harbor entrance. Strong currents swept through the narrow shipping channel. And every wave reminded us that the sea is always in control. Today's mission was far from a routine tugboat escort. An emergency call came in, reporting that the cargo vessel Prima Sentosa had suffered an engine failure while entering the Cilacap shipping channel. Without propulsion, a fully loaded vessel can quickly become a serious navigation hazard. Every minute counts, because the current can push the ship off course, towards shallow water or even aground.
Prima Sentosa is an impressive vessel. She measures approximately 190 meters, or 623 feet in length, with a beam of 32 meters, or 105 feet, and a loaded draft of 12.6 meters, or about 41 feet. Carrying a full load, this massive ship weighs tens of thousands of tons, making her extremely difficult to control without engine power. As soon as the emergency was confirmed, two powerful ASD tugboats, Jayanagara and Dias Raya, were dispatched to assist. The crews knew exactly what was at stake. If the ship drifted too far from the navigation channel, she could run aground. If she turned broadside to the current, the situation could become even more dangerous. There was no time to waste. Both tugboats pushed ahead through the rough water toward the disabled vessel.
Although the weather appeared calm from the shoreline, the sea told a different story. Large waves slammed against the tugboats as they fought to maintain position. Every swell lifted the boats high before dropping them back into the water. Precise boat handling was essential. Approaching a powerless ship of this size is never easy. The captains carefully maneuvered their tugboats alongside the massive hull while constantly adjusting for wind, waves, and current. Even a small mistake could result in damage to both vessels. Every crew member remained focused on the job. Wearing full safety gear, they worked quickly but carefully as heavy lines were made ready for the connection. Timing is everything during towing operations, especially when both vessels are moving with the sea.
Finally, the towing line was successfully connected. With the connection secured, both tugboats slowly increased engine power. Their engines roared as they began pulling and pushing against the enormous weight of Prima Sentosa. The strain was incredible. The tugboats were operating at high power while the current continued trying to carry the disabled vessel away from the safe channel. Slowly, the ship began responding. Every meter gained was the result of teamwork, communication, and the skill of experienced mariners working together under pressure. But the sea had other plans. The waves continued building, and the current became even stronger. Meanwhile, the deck crews prepared the towing equipment. Each passing swell added tremendous force to the towing system. The tension on the towing line increased with every second.
Everyone on deck watched closely. They knew the line was carrying an enormous load. Then, in a single instant, the worst happened. The towing line snapped. The loud crack echoed across the water as the heavy line suddenly broke under extreme tension. For a brief moment, everything stopped. The tug crews immediately backed away to maintain a safe distance while assessing the situation. Safety always comes first, especially when a towing line parts under heavy load. Despite the setback, no one panicked. The captains remained calm, communicating continuously with the pilot and the bridge team aboard Prima Sentosa. Every decision had to be made carefully, because the vessel was still drifting in the strong current.
After evaluating the conditions, the safest option became clear. The order was given to drop the anchor. As the massive anchor descended to the seabed, everyone waited to see if it would hold. Slowly but surely, the vessel's movement began to decrease. The anchor dug into the bottom, reducing the ship's drift and preventing her from being carried farther off the channel. The immediate danger had been brought under control. Although the operation was not yet complete, the quick response by the tugboat crews had prevented a much more serious accident. This is the side of maritime operations that most people never see.
Tugboats do much more than help ships dock or depart from port. They serve as emergency responders on the water, protecting ships, cargo, crews, and the environment whenever unexpected situations occur. Every successful operation depends on teamwork. From the tugboat captains and deck crews to the harbor pilot and the officers aboard the disabled vessel, everyone plays a critical role. Experience, communication, and trust are what make operations like this possible. Today's mission was another reminder that no matter how modern a ship may be, the sea always demands respect. Mechanical failures can happen without warning, and when they do, the professionalism of the people responding makes all the difference.
Thankfully, the situation involving Prima Sentosa was stabilized before it turned into a much larger emergency. Thank you for watching this incredible real-life tugboat operation from Cilacap, Indonesia. If you enjoy authentic maritime content featuring tugboats, pilot boats, massive cargo ships, and challenging harbor operations, be sure to subscribe to the channel and join us for more adventures from one of Indonesia's busiest ports. Until next time, stay safe, take care of one another, and thanks for watching.